Good morning, Mayfair Clubs. Welcome to the morning stretch. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. If you want to get yourself a mat, a strap, or a towel, and just settle in for a lovely 45 minutes of mobility and flexibility exercises to wake you up and set you up great for the day. Good morning, Elaine. How are you? It's a beautiful day today. Good morning, Sarah. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Grace. Yes, thank you. Oh, good morning, Donna. Nice to see you. And Kate and Mary. So nice to see so many people joining me this morning. All right, let's get started this morning. So I'm going to start on my feet. You can just find a nice comfortable stance. Welcome again to the morning stretch. This is a 45-minute class. We're going to be doing some flexibility and mobility exercises to set you up for the day. My name is Sarah, and I'm an instructor at the Mayfair Parkway. All you need in this class is a mat or somewhere to lie down, a strap or a towel to stretch with, your option, and your own body weight. So take a nice deep breath. Just roll your shoulders up and back. Find that nice comfortable stance. We're going to take a minute here just to breathe nice and deeply. Bring our focus to the work today. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then we're going to take our arms up, gently lifting them up, leaning back a bit, and then swinging them back down to our sides, keeping your palms facing in. Finding that nice gentle movement at the shoulders. Just a little stretch. do that 3 more times. Nice big exhale as you lift out. 1 more time. And then cross your arm across your body. Grab a hold and just take a nice, gentle cross body stretch. Dropping your shoulders down. And let's switch to the other side. This is a nice comfort stretch to get us started today. Comfort, and it should just feel comfortable to you. And a nice stretch through your shoulder. One more deep breath. And you can let that go. Let's move to a tricep stretch. So lift your arm up, bend the elbow. You can take a hold of it and just gently pull it back. Again, we just want to go to comfort on these ones as we start out this morning. Trying to get the body moving, the blood flowing. You don't have to force it. Two more deep breaths. And let's switch on the other side. Two more deep breaths. And you can let that go. Taking your hands behind your back, placing your fingers together, and just squeezing your shoulder blades together, opening up your chest, open your heart, breathe deep. Nice, beautiful stretch. Open up through the chest. I'm going to take 2 more deep breaths here. And you can let that go. We're going to take our left leg and cross it back behind the right. And then you want to soften your front knee a bit. And we're going to reach up and over towards our front leg, creating a great big long line from our back heel right to our fingertips. You should feel a nice stretch right through your hip and through your waist, right up through your arm. Let's just stay here for another couple of deep breaths. And then you can circle your arm around, uncross. We're going to cross the other side and switch on the other side, reaching up and over, creating a big long line. Soften the front knee. What a great stretch for helping to loosen up our IT bands right along the side of our leg. Take 2 more deep breaths. can let that go. So we're going to do a little mobility exercise for our knee. You're going to stand by placing your right foot just ahead of the left, okay? Just a little split stance. I'll turn sideways so you can see me. So it's just a little split stance. You're going to put your hands on your hips, keep a nice tall body, and you're just going to lean forward and move your knee over your front foot. So it's a gentle little movement at the knee. You want to keep both feet planted to the floor. And we're just going to move, rocking back and forth for a couple more reps. This is also a great one if you've got a piece of wall, to go to the wall and give yourself a little extra support if you need it. Now we're going to stop there, keep this stance. This time when I move my knee forward, it's going to move a little bit towards the inside. So we're just changing the angle a bit of our knee. You don't want to force this. It's a gentle little movement. And we're just getting a little bit of movement there at the knee, helping our mobility. Couple more reps. And now we're going to change the angle again by just pressing the knee a little bit to the outside of the foot. It's not a big movement. Keep both feet planted to the floor. One more rep. Nicely done. Now we're going to switch to the other side. So find that nice split stance. Both toes folded forward, both feet planted to the floor. And you're just going to press your knee forward over your toes, right forward. And just 3 more reps. So a little bit forward and back. Stop there. Let's change the angle by moving the knee a little bit to the inside. So you can see my knee is just slightly crossing towards my big toe. One more rep. And let's move it towards the outside, so towards your baby toe. Try to keep both feet planted to the floor. One more rep. Beautiful. It's a great exercise for our knee mobility. So let's focus a little bit on our calf and through our Achilles. I'm going to take a wider stance with my feet. And I'm going to press my weight into my back heel, bend my front knee again, and just lean forward towards the front knee. This is another one that you can do against the wall if you need a little bit of support. You want to really focus on that back leg, create a big long line. Make sure you're not locking your knee out. Just press that heel to the floor. Feel that great, beautiful stretch. Right through your calf, into your ankle. I'm going to hold it here for 5 more breath cycles. Breathing is so important in everything we do, especially when we're stretching. So as you inhale, take that nice big breath, and as you exhale, Feel the muscle relax a little bit more. One more deep breath. And you can step up. I'm going to step back with my other foot, and we're going to do the other side. So pressing your weight into that back heel, and then leaning slightly forward. Oh, I can feel that on this heel, definitely. Stay here for 5 more breath cycles. Beautiful. Step up. You might want to give your legs a little bit of a shake. Feeling that through the back of the leg. I'm going to take a nice wide stance with my feet. Nice tall body. Bring your shoulders back. And you're going to bring your arms out to the side and just tip over at your hip. Lifting your tailbone towards the ceiling, keeping a nice flat back. And you can let your hands float down towards the floor as far as you feel comfortable. Or put your hands on your thighs. You're going to feel that nice stretch again through the back of the legs, and also a little bit into our low back. If you find the right spot for you, we're not going to stay here too long. Just starting to loosen up. Now, as you bring yourself back up, you might want to support your hands and your thighs. We're going to lift right up, nice tall body, and then you're going to bend the knee and sink in, push your hips out, flatten your back if you can, and you can support yourself on your leg. Press this foot into the floor. Let's change the angle a bit by lifting up, and then as you lean down again, reach up and over. You can put your elbow on your thigh, and you can start to create an even bigger line through the side of your body. Bring your shoulder back. Reach up, and you're going to keep lengthening the arm as you lift up. And let's just pivot around and bend the other knee and just sit into it at first with a flatter back. Press this heel to the floor. And now lift up again. And as you sit back down, reach up and over. Bring the shoulder back. You can support yourself on your leg. We're going to come up again, so really reach that arm up towards the ceiling, lift it all the way up and down. Arms out to the side, flatten your back. tip over at your hip again. This time we're going to put our hands on our thighs, bend our knees just slightly, and you're going to lift your belly around your back. So you take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, sink back down, bring your shoulder blades together. Get a little bit more mobility through the spine. Move at your pace. Two more reps. And as you come up, lift yourself right up. Stack your body up, your shoulders come up over your hips. Take a nice deep breath up. Lace your fingers together, reach. Lift out of your rib cage. And now lean back just slightly. Oh, it's a beautiful stretch to open up the front of the body. And let that go. All right, I'm going to come down to the end of my mat. And we're going to make our way down to the floor by doing that beautiful forward fold move. Again, hinge at your hips, tip your tailbone to the ceiling. You're going to bring your hands down, bend your knees. You're just going to walk yourself forward. And we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. And then we're going to lift our chest up off the floor. We're going to roll our chest back down to the floor. You're going to tuck your toes under. Sit back into your heels. I want you to focus on just lengthening your arms a little bit more, dropping your head between your elbows. Feel that lovely stretch through the upper back. A couple more breaths here, just relax. Now you're going to bring yourself forward, slide your right knee forward, slide your left leg back, put your hands inside, and just open up through your chest for a nice tall body. You find the right spot for you with your legs. You may feel you want to open up your legs a little bit more by unfolding the front leg. But you feel a nice big stretch through the front of your body and also into your quad and the hip of the long leg. Let's just hold it here for 5 more breath cycles. And now you can sit into your front hip, and I'm going to reach back and grab the ankle of my back leg, bending that knee. I'll just turn it around a little bit so you can see my back leg. And I'm going to focus on stretching the quad of the back leg. As you do this, think about the arm that's holding the leg as well. Swing that shoulder back open up through the chest. Put a little bit more pressure into your hand. And if you can, move your knee just back another centimeter. How's everybody doing with this one? Let's stay here, just a couple more deep breaths. And as you let that go, you can roll yourself back. I'm going to move my left leg in front this time, lengthen out my right leg, and you're going to lift up the chest. Certainly feeling that right through the hip of the long leg, a little bit into the glute. Everybody's going to be a little different and have a little slightly different position. You find what's best for you this morning. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And then you can sit into that front hip again, reach back, grab the back ankle, and a nice stretch through your quad. Be mindful again of our upper body, just opening up through the chest, swinging the shoulder back. I'm going to put a little bit more resistance against my hand, and then move my knees slightly farther back behind me. Two more deep breaths. Nicely done. So let's swing ourselves around. Having a nice seat on the mat. And put my hands just under the back of my knees, move my shoulders back, and you can just roll yourself back onto the mat. I'm going to pick up my strap, but you can use a towel as well. Just a little something to help aid the stretch as we get into stretching our hamstrings. I'm going to put this towel underneath my right instep. Take a hold of it. And we're just going to gently tug the foot towards the shoulder, keeping the knees soft, pushing your shoulder blades down the mat. Let's also be aware of the position of our head. So just cast your glance towards the ceiling, back of the head into the mat, nice neutral neck. And you can decide anytime if you want to add to the stretch to lengthen the other leg out by running that heel along the mat. And we have a total of 5 stretches that we're going to do on each leg. And we're going to spend about a minute in each position. So you've got lots of time just to relax, see if you can lengthen the muscle. Right now we're focused on the back of the leg. And about another 20 seconds here. I wanted to give you a little extra time in these stretches this morning. So now I'm going to take the strap into one hand and I'm just going to let the leg fall to the side. I'm going to try and keep my hips level and pinned to the mat. Both shoulders on the mat. And then as it falls to the side, I'm going to give it a gentle tug again towards the shoulder. This is just a little bit too spicy for you. You can just bend your knee and let the knee fall to the side. And now we just move the stretch to our inner thigh. And you can add to this just by reaching the other hand out the opposite way, placing your palm on the floor and pushing that shoulder into the mat. And now we just added a nice big open stretch opening for our chest. You've got about another 20 seconds here. So now let's lift the leg up towards the ceiling and transfer the strap of the towel to the other hand and let the leg fall across your body. This time your opposite hip is going to lift up. And you're going to move the stretch to the opposite side of your leg, so the outside of your leg and into your glute. Just give the strap a little tug, bring the foot towards the shoulder again. Now again, you can take the opposite hand, reach out, create a nice long arm, place your palm down on the floor. Still got a nice neutral neck. A great stretch for the hips. Stay here just another 10 seconds. If you have a chance for a couple more deep breaths. Now we're going to lift the leg up. You're going to bend the opposite knee and cross over. You're going to make that number 4. Pick a foot up, reach behind. You can lift your upper body. A little more focused glute stretch now. Now drop your head back down to the mat, and then we're going to gently press on the inside knee. And we're going to stay here for another 30 seconds. And feel free at any time if you need to drop the foot back to the floor and just continue to press on the knee. Wonderful. Now you just have one more stretch on this side. We're going to drop the foot down, let the knees slide across, let the knees fall to the side. This is my absolutely favorite stretch. Just use the weight of the bottom leg to gently tug on the top leg. I feel that really beautiful stretch through the glute. And we're going to turn our upper body and cast a glance the opposite direction. Feel a nice twist and turn right from the shoulder right down to the hip. Lengthening that line. Oh, it feels beautiful. And let's just come out of that by rolling everything towards the center, uncrossing. And we're going to do the same 5 stretches on the other leg. So I'm going to put this strap underneath my left instep. Start by lengthening that leg towards the ceiling. I like to start with my knee bent, but you can decide anytime you want to lengthen up that bottom leg. Soft knee, focus on the back of the leg. Flex your foot, push your heel towards the ceiling. Make sure you've got a nice neutral neck. And you know you got another 30 seconds in this stretch. Now let's drop the leg out to the side first. And focus on our inner thigh. Push both shoulders in the mat so you can keep both hips level on the mat, and then reach the hand opposite direction and place to the palm of the floor. Keep gazing at the ceiling. You can even close your eyes if you want to. Just feel that beautiful breath move in and out. 10 more seconds here. And then you can swing your leg up and across your body, lifting the hip up, lifting the shoulder up. Pull the foot towards the shoulder. Change the stretch from the inside of your leg to the outside. When you're ready, you can reach your arm in the opposite direction, palm down the floor again, and see if you can press the shoulder back down into the mat. Still looking up at the ceiling, you've got that nice neutral neck. About another 15 seconds here, so see if you can just pull the foot a little bit closer to the shoulder. And let's bring ourselves out of that one. Bend the bottom leg. Cross the ankle over the opposite knee. Place your hands behind your knee, lift yourself up. We're going to start here, but you can drop your head back from that whenever you need to. We're going to do that now, and just gently press on the inside of the knee. Stay here just for another 10 seconds, and we're going to take our final stretch. Dropping the foot down, let that knee slide across, and the knees are going to fall to the floor. And then you're going to reach the opposite direction. Oh, I wish I could stay here longer than a minute. It's just a great stretch. So use your bottom leg just to press the top leg a little bit farther into the floor. You can look over the opposite hand stay here another 15 seconds. I just love this position so much. Nicely done. You can bring everything back towards the center, uncross. Put your feet flat on the floor and your hips into the floor. You can just bring your hands to the side just for a little support. We're just going to let our knees drop to one side and then the other. Just find a little mobility in your hips, a little gentle stretch. You should feel a little bit looser after all that nice leg stretching, especially the hip stretching we've done. Just let them fall side to side. Just got a couple more reps. And you can bring them back to center, pick up your feet, put your hands underneath your knees. You can roll yourself up or however you feel comfortable getting back up to a seated position. We're going to close off the day just by crossing our knees, sitting nice and tall, bringing our shoulders back, taking a couple of nice deep breaths and just checking in on the body and see how you're feeling right now. I hope you feel awake, a little more mobile, a little more flexible. Take one more deep breath, reach up and bring it down. Nice big exhale. Thank you for joining me this morning for the morning stretch. I hope you had a great session this morning and you have happiness in your heart and you're set up well for the day. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and we'll see you next time.